is Tammi Bradford with GenXLabs. I am here at their big sponsored event at our Kings of the Bench powerlifting competition. I am here with Vashon Perryman. Vashon, tell us how you have done today in the events that you have competed in.
Well, so far we've done the squat, and I actually PR'd today at 625. I weighed in today at 172, which is a little bit heavier than my normal category. I usually go 165, but I knew 175 was a cutoff today, so I didn't even really work on dropping my weight. And so my goal is just get PRs today. So far it's just been just squat. Next week bench press. If I can get a PR there, that'd be great. And then kind of see where my deadlift's at today. It's going to be a good. So it's just a good time of year for me to really start getting back into the power training. And so this is a good competition to come to and see where my numbers are at, and then see what kind of training I need to do from here on.
How often are you competing?
I compete at least every 3 months for the most part. I do a training cycle which usually takes me 12 to 16 weeks, and so I usually try to peak out at certain points of that. And so when I get to a peak point, then I'll do a competition, see where my numbers are at. That way, if I need to go adjust my numbers in training, I'll have time to do that. And there's certain meets that are, for me, that are more for the competition. Some meets are more for just in the middle of my training, see where I'm at. So it just really depends on the time of the year, how strong I feel like I'm going to be at the actual competition.
So what are your goals? Where do you want to go from here as you're competing in this field?
Well, that's a good question. Really, my biggest goal when I first started was to try to be as strong as I can, hit PRs, try to build a name for myself in the sport of powerlifting. Right now, I think I've done most of that. So really, I'm here just for fun. I like to smile a lot, so it's just really for fun nowadays. It's not really for the competition anymore. So that's my biggest thing, is just really see what I can handle, see what I can do with my body while I'm young. And then one of these days, just tell my grandkids all the fun stories I have. So, yeah. So
Vashon, I know you also do bodybuilding as well. Have you competed in bodybuilding also?
My last bodybuilding competition was in 2010, so I'm planning on doing one probably next summer. And so it's been a while for bodybuilding competition-wise, but I always train for bodybuilding, just kind of in the middle of my power training. And so I like to stay lean. I like to have a good look. I guess at the end of the day, my thing is what I look like. So I like to keep it. I like to keep myself looking clean. And so I go through a bodybuilding style of training for a couple of months, and then I transfer back into power. And so really when I get to that peak of my bodybuilding training, that's where I start my actual competition. Like today, I just finished the bodybuilding. So now I'm really seeing where my numbers are at. In the next couple of months, I really focus on power training. And so I flip back and forth. Competition, I'll be out hopefully here in the next few months at another bodybuilding show on stage.
So how does your training differ for powerlifting versus bodybuilding?
The biggest difference is my rest periods, and then the repetition range. And then also my percentages of what weight I'm going to be using, my 1 rep maxes. So for bodybuilding, it's more about the reps, how many reps you can get. Rest period is going to be shorter. But for power training, I got to give my body some time to kind of get back in order before I do another set. It might be only 2 reps, but that 2 reps could feel like 12 reps in the bodybuilding. So I really, the timing is different. The reps are different. The amount of weight I put on is going to be different. How fast I move the bar up and down is going to be different. So that's my biggest change up between a power style training and the bodybuilding. So,
do you have a preference, one that you love more than other, or is it about equal?
It's definitely powerlifting. I'm definitely a powerlifter through and through. I love powerlifting. Bodybuilding is great, but as far as the competitiveness, this is my #1 focus. Powerlifting, bodybuilding is still kind of more of a fun sport for me. Maybe one day that'll change, but right now powerlifting is my #1 thing. So.
Well, we wish you continued luck with your #1 thing. We hope that you do well in your other 2 events today. We will be watching you, and maybe we'll catch you a little bit later and you can tell us how you did there. Thank you so much, Vashon Perryman. This is Tammi Bradford with GenXLabs, and we will be catching back up with him later.